Hi everyone, Diana Rankin here with our soul messages, our psychic messages for the month of May. I am so grateful to each and every one of you and to everyone, all of the thousands of people who have been praying for peace, who have been meditating and seeing the divine light surrounding our earth, for everyone who has looked inside and said, I need to heal my anger so that I can help heal our world. I am so grateful. Why? Because an historic moment occurred at the end of April when two presidents of a country that had once been one country, and back in the late 1940s was divided into two countries. They came together for the first time since 1950, the North Korean president and the South Korean president, and they embraced. They embraced. Does this mean we'll have world peace? Let's not let up on our work yet. Let's not stop turning any anger or fear or non-life affirming emotions. Let's not stop. We need to continue with that. Keep in mind, 2 steps forward and 1 step back. 2 steps forward and 1 step back. So we took 2 giant steps forward. In the month of May, we will see that stepping back and forth. There are still a lot of questions that aren't answered, but I think this was a huge, huge step in the right direction. Let's see what the U.S. does. Hopefully, they will be able to embrace this as peace and also put those safe checks in balance or in place. Those safe checks have to be put into place. But again, this is huge. This really is huge, and thank you to each and every one of you and all who said a prayer, cleaned up our own lives, meditated, whether you used my meditation on personal and planetary healing or someone else's, it doesn't matter. What I want to also say, excuse me, I swallowed and went down the wrong hole. And yes, Daisy is right here with me. She's right here. We're in the office, and was on her bed, but she's right now here beside me. She's trying to get between my legs, but the tripod's there, so we won't let her. What I do want to say is please be kind to yourself as well as others. But when we're working through those issues that are, we're trying to look at our own angers and our own stressors and our own fears, and as we're looking at that, that's a process. That's not something we're going to suddenly change overnight. We're trying to get Daisy out so she doesn't knock over the tripod and camera here. Anyway, please be kind to yourself in doing this work, because it's, you heard me say, if you look in the mirror and no one looks back, you're done. Until then, there's work to be done, and we're all doing the work. Well, I won't say all, but if you're listening to this video, most likely you're doing the work along with thousands and millions of other people around the world. And I am so grateful that there are viewers of these videos around the world who are doing the work. And that's going to help us save our planet. Environmentally, it's going to help us save our planet from, hopefully, another world war. There are enough wars going on in different spots that need to be healed. And so we're healing those as we do this work as well. Let's see what Philip has to say. Welcome to everyone if this is your first time here. And for those of you who come every month and every week, welcome back. I'm so grateful you're with us. This is an oracle book, and each page has a different message on it. So we just kind of flip through until we hear stop, and then we'll read the messages. And we have to think, excuse me, left page or right page. I just had lunch. Can you tell? I seem to be having a little indigestion issue here. So anyway, left page or right page, and then that's our message, and we'll talk a little bit about our message. Let me take my glasses off because it's actually easier to read. I do want to also mention thank you for your comments. I do read them. It takes me a little bit longer to get around to responding to them, but I so appreciate each and every one of you. So are you thinking left page or right page? Let's see what we get. Well, come on, thumb, let's go. Okay, thank you. What I'm going to do is just flip it a little bit and get the energy in the book, because I haven't used this book today, and so there's not much. Okay, there we go. I'm hearing left page, but I think also the right page is going to be interesting. Yes, it is. So we'll read but our message is on the left page. Love is. It asks nothing for itself. It gives everything of itself. Love is. It asks nothing for itself. It gives everything of itself. I want to explain that a little bit because that's talking about love, and we confuse romantic love often with love. There's a difference between giving up, giving all that we are, as opposed to losing ourselves. And we do lose ourselves in love, but we also can't lose ourselves until we know who we are. So if we feel that we don't know who we are, we have nothing to give to love, whether it's a relationship or any relationship. And we can go through life like that. And that's what creates bullies and insecure people. So we have to learn, first of all, to love ourselves. And believe me, every one of you, there's no reason not to love yourself. You are a beautiful, loving creature of divine light. That's what we all are, is divine light. So whatever you've done, whatever it's been, it's time to forgive yourself and love yourself. Love is. It asks nothing for itself. It gives everything of itself. And on the right-hand page, it says, pain is the teacher of your growth. Have you not chosen growth? You know, for many of my private clients, and I know many of you are here with us today, you're going through these major transformations. And we forget, when we go through a transformation, we forget how difficult it can be. Because what we're doing is our human and our spiritual self are in conflict. And so our human self is saying, I want, I want, I want. And the spiritual self is saying, be, and all will be given. That's painful to go through, to say, to get caught in the human emotion. And that's not to say we don't want to experience human emotion. We certainly do. That's what we're here for, to experience it, but not to get caught in it. So as you grow, remember, pain is the teacher of your growth. Have you not chosen growth? You have. That doesn't necessarily make it easy, though. For the month of May, keep the miracle in mind. The intuitive energy is really high this month. I want to say it even started in April, but it's just growing increasingly. And Daisy's confirming that. So this month of May, really listen to your intuition. Let it, that small voice within you, let it grow, and let's really not get discouraged, because remember, 2 steps forward and 1 back. We're only going back 1, but we've made 2 forward in our personal lives, excuse me, and in the world. Thank you for being with Daisy and me today. We appreciate it. We love you. We so appreciate the love that you send to us. Until we meet again. 2 steps forward, 1 back, but it's a little one. It may not look like it before the month is out, but we're going to be okay. I love you. Daisy loves you. Thank you for loving us.